Myla, how you doing, sister?
I am good.
That's good to hear. Good to know. Good to know. Let's talk to him, Myla. You living or you surviving?
I'm living and I'm surviving.
Come on, I love it. I love it. So you both?
I'm both.
Both. That's what's up.
Yes, I'm living and I'm surviving.
Explain.
Well, living for me means, getting up every day and pushing forward.
Real.
Surviving. We don't know what's going to happen next.
Real.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Respect. Respect.
Welcome to the Integrity Response with your brother, CEO Khacki. Every individual sitting across from me doesn't believe in being typical, ordinary, or familiar. They're elite, meaning society's norms don't sit well with them. They believe in raising the bar for themselves, family, and for those they may never meet. From those in humble beginnings to those in the midst of greatness and legends who've paved the way. With a comedic edge, I will ask the questions that hold value, and I believe we'll gain insight to the real them. It's the Integrity Response.
Let's take it back. So before consulting, before entrepreneurship, at the age of 9, what did you want to be?
I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to be.
Really?
I talked a lot.
Gotcha.
So, family members would say stuff like, you should be a lawyer, you're argumentative.
Gotcha.
And,
Real.
So I talked a lot.
That's real. So
Yeah.
where'd you grow up?
I grew up, I came to Atlanta, Georgia when I was 5.
Gotcha.
From 5 to 14, I stayed in Atlanta, Georgia. And then my teenage years, Dayton, Ohio.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Any siblings?
No, only child.
Only child. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Did you grow up with a big family around you as well in Ohio?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That's
I
dope.
had a huge family.
Gotcha. Okay. Dope. You played any sports or anything growing up?
No.
Okay. Gotcha. So, all right. Now, what was your favorite subject?
Math.
Math. Real.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I like
Makes sense.
money.
Absolutely. Come on now. That's real. That's real. So let me ask you, okay, so from there, only child, into math, no sports. Did you, anything that you grew up playing outside of that? Any instruments, anything like that as well?
No, I kind of tried everything. I got into dance.
Gotcha.
Swimming.
Okay.
Drill team.
Gotcha.
I just probably was my mom's letdown. I had her sign me up for everything. And then I decided I don't like that. I don't like that. So,
but you had to try it.
Yeah.
To know that that's good though. That's ambition for real. Gotcha.
Yeah, but I didn't like it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Even I decided I wanted to be a tutor at one point in time.
Real.
No, I didn't like it.
Gotcha. Okay. So in high school, fill in a blank for your supporters. In high school, I was known as a kid that
was just grown. Like even older kids looked up to me.
Gotcha.
I had an old soul.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I love music too.
Real.
Got that.
Gotcha. For sure. Gotcha. Is that something you always wanted to, explore as well, or you never?
Never. If I had a music voice, I would sing everything that I'm thinking.
Real.
But I didn't have it. So, but my grandfather was a music person.
Gotcha.
He loved to listen to jazz.
Gotcha.
I come from hustle, so we had bootlegs and
Gotcha.
ran smokers
Okay.
and just all the old school music. Up until now, I'm still an old schoolie
Real,
when it
for
comes
sure.
to music.
For sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So from high school, any plans for college or anything?
I got pregnant.
Gotcha. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Gotcha. All right. So from there, so you really went into it, hustle mentality for sure.
Yep. High school, 17 years old, pregnant, walked across the stage, pregnant, 6 months pregnant.
Come on. Gotcha.
Yeah.
How did that change the outlook on life? You already said you had to grow up fast. You now you're different from the average 17, 18-year-old for sure.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
For me, I had something to depend on me.
Come on,
and
respect.
I think from that early age, I was always like looking for something. I'm like, okay, I got this kid.
Come on.
I'm supposed to do something for him. I don't
Absolutely.
know. It's
Right.
looking
Absolutely.
at me.
Absolutely. That's right.
At first, I thought it was just, putting it in nice clothes and
Right. You see
nice
this-
shoes and all that type of stuff. But, as I kept looking at them,
It's the stuff we
I
don't
wanted
see.
more.
Absolutely.
And I wanted to, he basically grew up with me now to this day, but I just wanted more. But I didn't, absolutely the only thing I could do was give it love.
Real. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's real. So from there, let me see, from there, did you know, how did we get into this world of business consulting, you know, entrepreneurship? How did we get there? When did you know you had that knack for this?
Like I said, I came from a hustle family, so I always hustled anything. I didn't know what the word entrepreneurship meant or what that even was. I seen hustle in my family.
Real.
Like, people sell drugs, people have bootlegs, that type of stuff. So I knew always to work and sell something on the side. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, I just had hustle. I would sell anything. I baked cakes.
Gotcha. Real. Absolutely.
I sold girdles.
Gotcha.
I braided hair.
Come on. So you all around hustle, get paid in many ways. That's real.
I even tried.
Gotcha. Right. Absolutely right. You tried your hand at everything.
Yeah, I had a 1.5.
Gotcha.
And I flipped it until I had an aunt that was on drugs that she basically blackmailed me, you know. I had to feed it to her or she was going to tell the family that I was trying to hustle in the streets.
Wow.
And so because my family, they came from General Motors. We come from Dayton, Ohio.
Gotcha.
So,
right. That's,
you know,
damn near 50% of people worked out at a factory or something, right?
Yeah, so they were pushing, you know, go get a good job and in the union type of stuff. So when I tried that, and I kind of failed there after she hustled me, and she would always come with her friends and, you know, buy, and she would always want to owe me.
Gotcha.
And I had to always lean to her. So I decided, I think I've been an unsuccessful drug dealer.
Like, I'm not going to do well.
Yeah, I think I've been an unsuccessful drug dealer in this.
That's right. That's real.
And I love my aunt to this day.
That's real, for sure.
So, truthfully, when I was young, my grandfather used to always tell me one day I'm going to have to take care of him.
Wow.
And I didn't know what that meant. I think he was just instilling. So I always tell people, whatever you instill in someone,
go ahead,
is nostalgic and they remember it. You know? So he was like the matriarch of our family.
Real.
He raised his kids. He was in his kids' life. And then our parents were the first generation that didn't really get married and, you know, raised the kids with the fathers or the streets and stuff was taking them. So my grandfather was in my life like a father figure.
Real. So
he ended up taking sick. And the voice was, and I worked in nursing homes and hospitals.
Okay.
So I took care of people's parents, people's grandparents.
Right.
And in my head, I was like, ain't no way I can't take care of my grandparent.
Absolutely.
And I seen the loneliness that the people would have when their kids wasn't there and stuff. So I was like, I got to do something. He took sick. We can't put him in no nursing home.
Come on.
They in those rooms 8 and 9 hours and 16 hours by themselves or for days before they see a familiar face.
Right.
So I just was taking care of my grandfather.
Respect.
I wasn't looking for a business.
Real.
Yeah, and I got with 2 girls, 2 other partners. Well, we didn't know what a partnership was.
Gotcha.
We just said we wanted to do something.
Right.
We put a few coins together, and that was the start of our basically assisted living group home.
Come on.
For the elderly or mentally health. I didn't get paid anything. I just asked my mom, could she sign his check over, and I would send it to, basically I would pay for the caregivers.
Right, gotcha.
And stuff. And we had more debt than we had money.
Absolutely. The overhead
at the end.
Absolutely.
Yes, but the rewarding part is I got to take care of my grandfather.
Respect.
And he was the first client into my entrepreneurship.
Wow.
So that's kind of how I got into it.
Come on, I love that story. I love that. How, do you always feel like, your gift to this world is to help?
Yeah.
Help others.
Yeah.
Just
acts of service is my gift.
Real.
Yeah.
I love that. This brings us to now the CEO of City Span Consultants.
Yeah.
When did you start this?
Well, I started a home care, and my grandmother was the first client to that. So basically, I jumped from the nursing home that I had with my grandfather, and I went into, hey, I'm gonna start a non-medical home care agency.
Gotcha.
Me and the 2 young ladies, we grew it, and then COVID came.
Gotcha.
So we had grew the home care agency, and it was revenuing maybe $3 million.
Go ahead.
Because we put transportation with it.
Wow.
We was doing well. COVID hit, PPP came out, all of the other sources came out, so a lot of people wasn't coming to work. So it made us get back out of the office and get back into the field.
Absolutely.
We had a prior investor that had invested, and then they seen, I don't think they really understood how the business was going, but they was able to see that we had got maybe $600,000 on the PPP. It was for our employees.
Right.
But a lot of people were doing weird stuff with PPP.
Absolutely.
So the investor felt like it was owed to him.
Wow.
And then he sued us, so
wow.
It all got dissolved.
What did you in that moment? No, just learning about business.
Yeah.
Because now, the consulting, which makes your experience, helps you become who you are in this field. Mm-hmm. What did you learn about yourself, about even your two, what did you learn about yourself in that instant about how business goes? And
so one, I feel like I could have been a better leader, but I didn't want to go through, challenging my partners. I didn't want to maybe even pay for a consultant.
Gotcha.
So what was happening was we were growing, and we had grew like we never had before, which we should have bought other people in that had done the thing that we done so that they can take us further.
Absolutely.
And then we didn't have any, what you call those, legal agreements and all that type of stuff. So when it came to court and stuff, it didn't get sued all the way to where, we had to pay. We just dissolved the company.
Right.
But at the time of the dissolving, I'm thinking that the business is running itself. So I moved to Houston.
Gotcha.
So now I'm in Houston with like a $5,000, $6,000 overhead, getting maybe $10,000 a month from the business that, I had put in that work for. And I was looking to expand in Houston. That never happened.
Gotcha.
So when I got the $300 check, and then all I had was my credit, I was still thinking like, what can I do? Because I don't want to go back home. So what is it that I know how to do?
Go ahead. Leverage. Go ahead.
What is it that I know how to do that I can make money, pay my bills, and keep forward? And I thought to myself, I had tried the credit stuff before when I was building a home care, but I didn't go all the way in because I was, I had to go 100% towards the home care. So I'm like, I'm going to start this credit stuff again.
Go ahead.
So my credit I fixed, and then I fixed a couple other people's credit.
Gotcha.
But the reason why I stopped in the beginning was because I didn't have a contingency like to tell somebody what to do next.
Right, gotcha.
A lot of people buy cars, houses, screw it up again, and then ask me to fix it. And they think it's like some, scam program.
Right, gotcha, yeah. Gotcha.
I don't know. So I wanted to have more to offer.
Real.
So I'm like, okay, I'm fixing the credit. They paying me, the money coming in. I got to have more. So what I did was I took the business credit. I opened up another home care business and started over. And then I'm like, okay, I don't think I have a passion for this anymore.
Oh, wow.
So then people start asking me, how can I open up my own home care?
Go ahead.
So I started doing the consulting in that. And I'm like, okay, this is going.
Gotcha.
But then other things were being thrown at me. And then the city of Dayton, Ohio actually asked me to put a brick and mortar business.
Go ahead.
Because in a gentrified location where they were trying to renew. So at that time, I'm like, okay.
Wow.
I think I can help other entrepreneurs turn their hobbies.
I love it.
Into profitable businesses. So I started with the healthcare, and then I went on into other areas. And then, so I called T, because T has always been my mentor. And
shout out to T. T is in the building. Shout out to T.
Yeah. And that's a family member that's older than me. So, he groomed me a lot, and I would talk to him here and there. We always just been like the Lion King, like, what is his name? Rafiki?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
He always reach out to me and be like, remember who you are.
Go ahead.
And I'm never.
Real.
Sometimes, when you don't want to be in that mindset, you're like, hey, man, is he picking with me? Is he saying I'm not enough? What do he mean? But he always be like, you were more than what you think you got going on. And just remember who you are. So I reached out to him because, again, he got an eye for aesthetics, marketing, and he had built big teams in network marketing. And I did a network marketing company with him, but I didn't I only provided the service.
Gotcha.
I didn't build the team.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, who do you know? Not necessarily that you can, like who else can add value and not necessarily in a monetary way to what you're trying to do.
Right.
So I call them up and I'm like, listen, they want me to bring this wine and tea bar to Dayton, Ohio.
Go ahead.
I need you to get up here so I can show you everything. So we're doing it, and then, we just kind of going through our whole everything that we do. And he like, I'm done with network marketing. I'm done with building teams. I can build them myself. And he come up with the Bulletproof.
Come on, I love it. Come on, y'all, I love it. I love it. I love it. The Bulletproof Entrepreneur. So how did this, the name, number one, golden. The name is just golden. I love it. That it is streamlined. It sounds like it's right where everyone wants to be with. That name alone. So when y'all started this, y'all streamlined this, what do you know? Credit repair, funding, branding, scaling. What did y'all have in mind, as y'all are growing? What do y'all have in mind?
Basically group economics at some point.
Gotcha.
Group economics. Just to help people that a lot of times T say it's people that doesn't really operate in their gifts. We're going around and we're working hard and we just moving and working for money. And if you are working your gift, the money will come.
Absolutely.
So even in the family, a lot of people not operating in their gifts. If they operate in their gifts, the money will come.
Wow.
He said, that's what I did 20 years ago. So
wow.
I know. So, and I have to agree because, like I said, my gift was servitude to my grandfather. Absolutely. And then the entrepreneurship came. And I'm like, oh, that's what I am. I am a hustler, but I am an entrepreneur.
I love that. I love that. So bridging that gap too. So let me ask y'all this. So from there, where y'all starting? Is it going to be in Ohio? And first, let me ask you this. How can, the viewers, how can they actually get in contact with you all? Because, it is the year of the entrepreneur. Definitely. How can they get in contact with y'all?
So we on YouTube as the Bulletproof Entrepreneur.
Gotcha.
And Instagram, I'm under Myla 2004.
Gotcha.
And the business is City Span Solutions.
Gotcha.
So that'll be a way to reach out.
For sure.
And at the end, I'll definitely give a number that they can text to get a free ebook.
Definitely.
Because if you're already a self-started person right now, we got this ebook that's full of information. And if you a self-starter, you can actually do it without even us.
Gotcha. Okay.
But a lot of people, we want that sense of security. Like,
absolutely.
We want to be able to ask someone
absolutely.
And walk them through. And I remember when I opened the healthcare, I didn't have anybody.
Gotcha.
We didn't have anybody. I got hit with Department of Taxation liens. I got hit with workers' comp, different stuff that people don't talk about, like once absolutely. You enter it. So I'm like, man, it would be great to have a program where people know every step of the way to get started.
They can be prepared for what's to come, if it comes.
Yeah. Really? Just the payroll system, like you paying people under the table, and that's definitely what I did in the beginning for
gotcha.
The adult care facility.
Right.
We paid under the table. But if you're going to have a business, you can't operate like that.
Gotcha.
So I get it. Just get started, but you got to be able to shift.
You mentioned credit, like as far as, when things were low, how important is credit in your journey?
Credit is important. Your personal credit is important. If you have a high utilization, maybe take a debt consolidation loan out
gotcha.
To bring the utilization down. But that's not the most important part. The important part is to make sure you're just paying the minimum payment on anything that's personal. It's important when you're trying to do something with it. A lot of people just like saying 800 credit score.
Right.
It's not anything if you ain't gonna leverage it.
You're saying something. Absolutely.
So a lot of people are like, oh, I got 750, I got 800, and all that cool stuff. But if you don't have a plan for it, you already got to have something in mind of what you're gonna do and how you're gonna make more money, because you want to borrow other people's money absolutely. To make you some money. So I tell people that, like, okay, if I help you get the loan, do you already know what you're gonna get, or absolutely. Invest in to make more money?
What about business credit, involving personal credit? Like, do you all teach the difference, or?
I just tell people let's get your personal credit up.
Right.
And then we can open up 3 businesses if you like.
Real.
And they can all be business credit. You can have a lawn care, a pool care, and HVAC.
Gotcha. How long does something like that take? Just say, John Smith, he has a 500 credit score. What are we looking at time-wise that you can help him get things in order? So I don't have.
Each profile is different.
Real.
So I know a lot of people are out there telling people that they do credit sweeps and different stuff. I have been messing with credit for the last 10 years.
Wow.
There's no other three, like people don't like to call them bureaus anymore because they're not like FBI or anything, but there's no other three institutes than Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And all the letters and anything that you write got to go through them, whether you're disputing it online or sending it in, doing, what's the thing when you take it to the post office and...
Yes, the police report, the
FTC.
Yes.
And I can't think of the other report that it's called, but, it's the verbiage and the profile that you use that me and you can put our stuff in the system right now, and you may get results quicker than me just based off the verbiage and what you got on your credit. So I know it's like a marketing sales pitch that we want to hear. I had people have went out and got their credit fixed. I'm like, oh, and then come back to me and be like, well, they said it will be done in 30 days. And I'm like, well, I think because I told you the truth, you didn't want to hear it.
Right.
So I don't want to overpromise. Be willing to be on this program at least 3 to 6 months.
Gotcha.
Be willing.
Which is very fair.
Yeah. So I don't overpromise. And most people want to say, oh, now you will start seeing some type of results, some type of feedback from them within the first 30 days once I enter you in. But I can't promise you that everything will be wiped off in that first round. Because it's a strategic how you write the letters.
Absolutely.
And what's being disputed.
Customer satisfaction reviews, things like this, like your clients, been positive feedback. They've just been seeing, things take a change in their life.
Yeah, I have probably about a 96 success rate.
Come on, I love it. I love it.
The most people that's not happy or satisfied is someone that didn't listen, like someone who didn't stay on top of their late payments, stay on top of their utilization. They didn't really have their own strategy. So when I'm cleaning it and you're constantly getting other stuff on there,
gotcha.
It's not helping you.
I see.
So I always just tell people to let's go full throttle and focus on your personal credit.
Respect.
And try not to apply for anything. And then when we get you on the business side, that's where you're going to see the money.
Real. So when someone enters the Bulletproof Entrepreneurship program, what can they expect from it?
So they can expect first of all, I don't want anybody what do you call it? Like really good candidates. So we're going to assess them to make sure that they even qualify
I love that.
For this program.
I love that.
This is no get rich quick scheme. This is all about doing the work that you need to do, opening accounts that you need to open, investing, and so on. So, we're going to make sure that they even qualify for this. So,
It's dope. Okay, gotcha. Let me ask you this. So, is it, I did ask you about monthly membership based. Is it monthly membership based or is it?
So, yeah, because we do know that sometimes people kind of want to just dab in it or might not want to fully, pay what the mentorship is.
Right.
So, yeah, we will have a membership where we'll, put all the information in there where a person can read or chat with other people that's taking the program that's into the membership, and we'll talk in the membership part maybe once or twice a month. Where they can ask us questions, anything they need help on.
Gotcha.
And it would be $37.99 to be a part of our member.
Okay, gotcha. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's great rates. Rates. Okay, gotcha. And then
or if they self-sufficient, we'll have an area where they can go through cleaning their credit themselves with those steps that we'll give them.
Gotcha.
Or they can use our systems.
For sure. And what do you think it is with you spoke on earlier about just that even that one missed payment. That one derogatory mark. What is it? Why do you feel like we don't think about it in that state? Like as far as auto pays, things like that. Why do you think we don't tend to that?
I would say we're not credit conscious.
Go ahead.
Until we're ready to till it's time for us to use it and do what we need to do. So I've had people want to rent houses or buy houses or ready to their car break down, and then literally create their own words. I need an accelerated program. And I'm like, what does that mean?
Right. 7 to 10 business days, right? That's real. That's real.
What does an accelerated program mean? Because now you want me to put my foot on the gas because your emergency, you want it to become mine.
Right.
So it's just that we're not credit conscious. I actually dealt with a late payment in 2022, and that is just stayed stagnant. It was a $1,000 card. $40 was the minimum. I didn't have it set up.
For the auto pay.
For the auto pay.
Gotcha. And just one.
I lost 67 points.
That is ridiculous.
I was back in the 600s in no time.
That is ridiculous.
For a year and a half.
In this moment, did you actually try to write him a letter just to?
I did everything. No. I got the whole credit system with the VAs, with the everything. That particular bank, I closed the account.
Gotcha.
And then I disputed it.
Real, gotcha, for sure.
Yeah.
With that, like you said something, we don't normally, until we're ready to purchase something, do you think, with our background, is that taught in the home, you think, as much as it should be?
Minimum payment is taught in the home. Minimum
integrity.
That's what you say. So,
oh
wow.
gosh! So minimum payment is taught in the home. They don't teach. My grandparents, I want to say maybe it had something to do with slavery or something. I don't really know, but
gotcha.
Most of the time they didn't want to owe anybody anything.
Right.
So most of us, our elders didn't even teach credit.
Go ahead.
Because they wanted to completely just pay off whatever.
Absolutely.
So I don't think that they were trying to dick us. I just think that in their brain, they were trying to buy their freedom back, had a house to say, I work for this, this
Absolutely.
is mine. They wanted something that was mine.
Absolutely.
So we missed out on understanding that you can take the credit and there's good debt and bad debt.
Can you explain that for the viewers? Good debt and bad debt?
Well, bad debt is when you take your credit card and you go to Macy's and buy you something to wear knowing that you don't have the money to pay it back. I do understand if you got like this important interview and,
right.
You got to look a certain way, but that's an investment at that time. But just to go out on a date with your friends or your boyfriend or girlfriend, preference of what they're doing nowadays. Bad debt would be something like that. Going and just not making an investment.
Right.
And then even sometimes just a house it's a liability.
Go ahead.
It's not an asset. So, and I do understand sometimes people are like, well, it's cheaper, but maybe have something in mind. Or is the property value going to go up? Or are you going to start a daycare inside your house? What?
Real.
So that's bad debt to me. Good debt would be if you took it and you can make money off of it.
Real.
Buying a house and flipping it. It's making money off of. It's an asset now and it's not a liability. So.
And we see what you did with credit. Was able to start your own funding based on you having good credit with your credit cards to leverage. Mm-hmm. Why do you think people don't think like that these days? Or for those who just not knowledgeable?
I think they don't have the resource. I think, like I said earlier, they're not conscious.
Gotcha.
They're thinking that it takes $1 million to start a program or to just invest in themselves. Like they think like, I'm going to get my credit fixed as soon as I get my income tax. If you thought about your credit in June,
go ahead.
Maybe see if you can get on a payment plan to get it fixed, and by income tax, you can be having business credit. And you can be starting your business, or, it can then become an asset and not a liability on whatever you're trying to invest in.
Right.
I do understand that everybody's not an entrepreneur, even though that's what I want to push out there. Sometimes they can take the investment and learn the stock market.
Gotcha.
investing accounts and different things that's going to make money back. Start their IUL insurance policies.
Gotcha.
I would say that's better. That's a better way to spend your money, and that's better debt or good debt to me.
About 30 seconds of your time. I really appreciate your support. With every interview, my aim is to bring integrity and fun back to the culture, and I can't do it without you. If you're enjoying this episode, please hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. I appreciate you. Back to the interview.
What do you say to those who are kind of afraid of credit? Although they may want to start, their own small business, their business, but they're afraid of credit.
It's a limited belief.
Go ahead.
It's a limited belief. I don't think that they really, really think that they deserve it, so they don't try anything.
Wow.
Yeah. So, so when you want to start something, you're afraid of failure.
Go ahead.
And all you have is one life and yourself to bet on. So whether you fail or succeed, you try.
Absolutely. So
someone that doesn't get started, they just, operating in that fear, and they don't believe or think that they're worthy of, so they just don't touch it and, stay in that safe, what they think is safe.
Real.
And then they complain.
Go ahead.
That's
right. Do you also feel like you have to be disciplined to be an entrepreneur and to actually hold credit?
You definitely got to be disciplined to be an entrepreneur, because you don't have anyone telling you what to do. So you got to tell yourself what to do. You got to get up. Like when you go to an employer,
go ahead.
They have everything set up for you.
Down to when you could.
Even for my employees, people get mad. Why you pay $15 an hour, $20 an hour? Because I went out and did everything for you. I put everything in place. I put all the systems in place. I put all the, payroll, the healthcare insurance, all of that stuff is in place, and it's costing. So this position just pays for that. It's nothing towards you. It's just what the position pays for, because I put it together. So, what was the question?
Just back even with the even disciplined to even do something.
So you have to be disciplined, because there's no one else to tell you what to do. You get up and you got to go and get your own money, which is like a bittersweet thing. But if you work 40 hours, like if you think about it, you might work actually 55 hours for someone else. If you took those same 55 hours and put them into yourself, you will be surprised, whether that's cleaning, whether that's home care. If you took 55 hours a week and said, my goal is to get 2 clients, just 2 clients, but I'm going to use all 55 of these hours.
Wow.
Let's say, I'm starting on a low number just because for me to count, and I know times have changed, but let's just say 2016, a $10 an hour check would have been 40 hours a week at $400 a week, right? Before taxes.
Absolutely. At $320.
So when you think about something like that, and you like, okay, maybe if I can go get my own 2 clients, start my own, just me, like I don't know how to necessarily build a team, but I'm going to do the work myself and just get paid for those 2 clients. You'll get more than the $440.
Absolutely.
They're probably paying $20 an hour to, the agency itself.
Right.
But the agency itself have to put the money in all those different systems. So that's why you're getting the $10.
Real.
So of course you got to be disciplined. And you buying back your freedom.
Go.
Integrity.
Isn't that the best part?
You buying back your freedom. Your kid need to see you at a football game.
Come on, sis.
You might still got to work, but you can pause it to go to the football game.
Come on.
Your neck hurt, something you could pause it to go get a massage.
Real.
If you like. So for me, everybody's rich is different.
Go ahead. Everybody's wealthy is different.
Yeah.
Everybody's success is different.
Yeah, and success is just having a worthy idea and succeeding at and evolving. Success is not about how much money you got.
Go ahead.
It's some people that got money that's still unsuccessful, just got it.
Absolutely. Absolutely right. You saying something.
It's about evolving, and what did that help you do? So me, I'm a little different. Like my money is necessarily for, like I said, the freedom and the experience. So I might want to have an experience in Africa. I might not want to be in a Corvette or anything. And that's some people's.
Right, but you could just experience life.
Yeah.
You feel free?
I do. I'm thankful too. I definitely feel free.
The entrepreneur, the business owner, like just even for the viewers watching, like just having that, just saying it starts with the credit, the mind state, the mindset. Like why do you think we don't push for that? And it's here. The information is here. You guys are giving the information. Why do you think we don't push for it?
A lot of people don't like to invest in themselves.
Wow.
And, we invest in our clothes.
Go ahead.
Making a purchase to Fashion Nova every week.
Uh-oh.
And I mean, I'm guilty of all of it. I love clothes, shoes, all that other stuff. But we think that investing outside of ourselves is better than investing into ourselves.
Wow.
And, I used to call it, and, I don't know if I can say this word, but I used to call it dressed up shit.
It's real.
So I used
You're
to
saying something.
Yeah. And you're not investing within. Investing in God in you and believing that.
Absolutely.
And they don't believe in themselves. So, of course, you don't want to take whatever that money is, if it looked like $300, $500, $1,500. But if you think about it, it's going to find its way. Money is energy.
Absolutely.
So it finds its way out of your pocket anyways.
That is, you saying
your
something.
car break down.
You are saying something.
Because I teach my 20-year-old that, you've been door dashing. Had you just took this class, it was the same thing.
Same thing. Saying something.
Yeah, so I just think that a lot of people don't like to invest in themselves.
It's going to be some people watching that are even going to be afraid to hit that, to get it going. Mm-hmm. They're going to save it, going to, tap, whatever it is. But I'm looking at the camera. Invest in yourself. Follow their vision. Please get with them too. They're here to help. They're here to put you on game about what this life is. And it's about freedom. Freedom is beautiful. Definitely says freedom is beautiful. Beautiful.
So just invest in yourself. I'll say I never, again, wealth and rich is not on me, it's in me. So again, this is my third time starting over. Don't be afraid to start over. Just know everything is the kindergartner. One day I'm gonna make a book about the 1.5. I'm gonna do that for, I think, the street people or the guys that's in jail or something, because everything is a 1.5. You know how much a 1.5 is? Or was? I don't know. But years ago, it was like $50.
I was about to say 40, but go ahead. Gotcha. Right.
So it was $50.
That's
so everybody start at kindergarten level. It's the mindset of, what do you want to see this? Do you make the $100 and then go buy your pair of shoes? Or do you make the $100 and go up to the $3,000?
Integrity. You're saying something.
So I look at everything like that. If I wanted to start a Smoothie King tomorrow, I know I'm going to be the small guy. I know I'm going to be at the kindergarten. I don't worry about, why do you got so much? And a lot of times people want what you got and what you worked hard for instead of just starting with what they got.
Wow. Comparison is the thief of all joy.
It's like if you was building a community and you like, Myla, you want to get in, but you already been building a community. And I say, yeah. You say, all right, put 20,000 in. And I say, yeah. And then when the deal cut, I resell the house and it's a 70-30 split and I'm upset. You the mind behind this.
Brains behind this operation.
Yeah, so you supposed to, what my brain's supposed to be doing is thinking about what I'm going to do with my money.
Go ahead.
And how you bless me with this opportunity. Not thinking, he trying to cheat niggas. He trying to, this and that. I ain't doing this. Instead of looking at the opportunity, thinking about what I'm going to do when I get my 30% cut.
Absolutely. Wow.
And you just put me in position.
Do you think everyone has that entrepreneur in them?
That's a good question. I think that it can be cultivated.
Gotcha.
As long as they stay coachable and open for mentor, because it takes a lot. Like you think you got it, and then you got to correct yourself.
Gotcha.
You got to do, what is it called? I do self-observation. I'm growing weekly, probably.
Are you hard on yourself?
Yeah, and sometimes I got to forgive myself, though. I do a lot of mirror therapy. So my part of the Bulletproof Entrepreneur is the mindset, is breaking the limited beliefs and the things that we believe about ourselves.
Gotcha.
So, and the breaking those cycles. So I am sometimes hard, and then, you know, I have to back up and say, man, I'm proud of you. You came
Go ahead.
so far.
Go ahead.
Your mother was 17 years old, and she wanted something too. She was like the 17-year-old I was.
Absolutely.
We actually moved to Atlanta. We moved back, you know, and this is that it wasn't a strategy. So and the resources wasn't out there.
Right.
For me, it's too many resources out there.
To not go
If
ahead.
you're not making it, you're not trying.
Wow.
And you don't want to use your brain. And it's the phones and, you know, all the media and all that other stuff that's keeping people from using their brain.
Wow.
When it's out there. So we got all these resources, it's at our thumb. And, you know, you want to look at the fear tactics. You want to look at what Donald Trump is changing, the Uber, the Lyft driver,
right.
the different people. And I get it. Like, I'm not going to act like I don't indulge. But I say, okay, it's enough screen time to get to work.
Real. Absolutely.
And places that I fail at, I forgive myself because I've came so far. So I got to do a level of forgiveness, forgiving me, a level of commitment, because sometimes I bullshit.
We're human. We're human. What's currently driving you in 2025?
Man, I think this whole new wave. My kids.
Respect.
It's the whole me wanting to do this group economics part.
Respect.
Me wanting to figure out how to buy land and build up on it. And I know I got to start here.
Come on. Real.
Because, you know, my tribe is out there.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm already from a family, but the people that think like me or wherever I'm at, they out there. So
Real.
This is the whole purpose of me here with you today. Is to let more people hear about what we got to offer.
Build that tribe.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
With that tribe, let me ask you this. Happiness or your legacy? Which one means most?
Happiness is it's a feeling. So it come and it go.
Go ahead.
It's important, but it's a feeling. You know, you could have hurt my feelings earlier, and then I could be smiling after you give me some roses.
Real. Saying something.
So it's a state that we come and go off of. You know, you just can't sit there and stay in that state. Like if I get upset or something. So happiness it's a feeling statement to me.
Real.
And I don't believe, even though I teach the mindset, I don't believe that you can just be happy and positive and all of that stuff like all the time.
Right.
Like some of your force is driven by feeling like people shitted on you or rejected you.
That's true.
And,
That's true.
you know, but you got to learn from it and say, okay, why did that happen? And ask more powerful questions. Like, instead of I can't, how can I do this? How can I make this happen?
Right,
you know, instead of, you know, I got left or I missed my flight. What can I do next? How can I fix this?
Absolutely.
Or, you know, so I would say legacy. Happiness is a feeling statement.
Everyone says legacy. Everyone does.
Yeah.
Real. Let me ask you this. With the $100 million in your bank account tomorrow morning, what changes about you?
Nothing. Because I already have $100 million in my account.
Come on now.
It's about being in the feeling state.
Absolutely.
So if you already wake up with
Go ahead.
$100 million, I'm in the feeling state. I don't feel like I don't operate like, I've had $4 in my account. When I was telling people that the business was going down, and actually it was a time when I was just out in Uber. Within the last 4 years, I was in Uber. I mean, I was not Uber, I was door dashing.
Gotcha.
And I had friends and stuff that understood my entrepreneur grind, all this stuff. And they was like, are you making any money? And I said, no. They said, well, why are you Ubering? I said, because I don't want to come back home. I said, I just want to stay moving. And just moving around. I want to see, maybe I'm going to run into somebody. Maybe, you know, the aha moment, the hunch. Because God is the hunch that comes to you.
Absolutely.
So that hunch might come to me, you know, while I'm getting Maddie.
Go ahead.
My daughter's named Maddie, while I'm just making DoorDash money to make sure she can go to the movies with her friends.
Real.
You know, so I'm being honest with my kids at the time, because I do also believe that people should be transparent with their kids when they're going up and down so they can understand.
And have a real scope on what life is about.
Yeah, so I'm being honest with them, like, hey,
we ain't got it right now.
We got to shop at Aldi's.
Come on now. Shout out to Aldi's. That's real.
Real. You want to go out with your friends? Okay, let me drive you around while you go make the money, and she feeling that hustle in her. So it wasn't ultimately get me anywhere, but it's instilling in her.
Absolutely.
It's keeping me moving around.
That's right.
And, so doing that DoorDash, I just was like, all right, I'm staying steady. I'm staying steady and not giving up. That's what success is to me. And the Bulletproof Entrepreneur is about commitment and not giving up.
Commitment and not giving up.
Yeah, because, things happen all the time. It's about how you respond. It's not the end of the world. You might get some bad tax documents or something. Gotcha. You think about, how can I pay this? Not, oh my gosh, they're coming to get me. I'm about to die. I'm about to go to jail. I'm just going to shut down everything and just give up. Just how. Ask yourself, maybe you guys take a nap. Mine's is napping.
Sometimes I got to get up.
Hey, I say I figure this out when I get up.
That's right.
I will figure this out when I get up because I got to shift. It's heavy, but we'll figure it out. We made for it. Our ancestors fought for this.
Come on, sis.
That's why we're here.
Absolutely.
So we made for it, and when things, punch us, get back up.
Love that. If you could look into this camera right here, and if you could just tell, the viewers watching, just as far as the Bulletproof Entrepreneur, just everything they can expect from it. We're going to have we're going to have the website, everything listed in below in the subtitles as well. If you could just give them a little bit, the insight as far as how to reach y'all, what needs to be done to attack their visions to get things going for the entrepreneurship.
Okay, I'm Myla, one of the Bulletproof Entrepreneurs, and Bulletproof, we come out 2025. We're taking anybody that has a hobby or a startup business, and we're taking them to the profit zone. We working on mindset, personal credit, branding, and investment accounts. You can expect big things if you come and be a part of the Bulletproof Entrepreneur.
Respect, sis, respect. Myla, I appreciate you being here, sis. I appreciate you for sure. I'm definitely going to be spreading the word for sure. There's a lot of people looking, especially last year, this year, starting things up, don't know where to start, don't know how to start, don't understand credit, how things work. So I'm going to definitely be sending them y'all way for sure.
Thank you.
Sure. Myla, as tradition on the Integrity Response, if you can reach it to that bowl, grab one fortune cookie, open it, read it to your supporters, and just like that, we out of here.
It's cute.
Appreciate it, sis.
Okay.
Go right now.
It's my fortune cookie, y'all. Wow, this is a good one. Relationships are like investments. The more you put in, the greater your return is.
Wow. Come on. Wow. I love it. I love it.
I feel
Bulletproof Entrepreneur.
Bulletproof Entrepreneur.
Y'all better get with it. I love it. I love it. Myla, it's been a pleasure. We got to get y'all back over here too, for sure. Y'all appreciate everything y'all doing.
I am coming back.
For the community, for sure.
Make sure y'all follow me on MyLove2004 on Instagram and Bulletproof Entrepreneur on YouTube.
Absolutely.
And
it's going to be in the listing too. Text the word bullet, for sure. Myla 2025, Entrepreneurship, Bulletproof Entrepreneur, signing out. Appreciate you.